Hello and welcome to a new video. Today we're going to take a look at a team around Shadow Venusaur and in general talk a little bit more about Venusaur. Why? Because we have Tommorow, the CDay for Venusaur, and in general, like, you should definitely take advantage for this. Venusaur is one of the best Pokemon that you can have and one of the cheapest Pokemon you can build for the Great League and also for the Ultra League. And here we play the most basic team that you can actually play with this Pokemon, and it's like one of the best teams that you can play. We have Galarian and Stunfisk in the lead, we have the Venusaur in the back, and we have the CDay also as a Say-Swap here, and this team is really good. Like, it climbed me like 100 plus points or something and played it for a whole day. In the beginning I didn't really like it, to be honest. Like, in the beginning I was like, I couldn't really play with it, but you have to kind of figure out how to play with it after a while, and then it's a really solid team. And I really enjoyed playing this team in general. It's like so simple. Like, a lot of other content creators also made like videos about this. It's just like one of those basic teams that has been around for several seasons already. But I just kind of want to showcase something around the Venusaur. Venusaur always has like some potential in every card where it's available. It's such a cool Pokemon as you... Like, the thing why it's so good is actually the typing, in my opinion. Having the poison typing on it helps a lot against something like Fighter, like here, for example, with Scrafty. Poison typing also, like, doesn't really hurt that much because, okay, maybe against ground types, but against ground types, again, you can go for your super effective grass type moves, which helps you again. And, like, it definitely gives you more benefit than it loses because, actually, like, if you just think about it, moveset, yeah, Frenzy Pelt is one of the best moves. You need to have it on this. That's why I basically make the video before the CDay. Definitely something that you want to give. But other than that, you have Such Bomb, which is okay. I mean, it's a worse move than Frenzy Plant, but takes more energy, which is cool. So, like, always in neutral scenarios, always go for the Frenzy Plant, even if you have more energy and, like, you can only get to one move, always Frenzy Plant if both are neutral. But the thing is, like, the coverage doesn't really help too much, I guess, because, like, you have something like the Meganium where, like, you can hit all of a sudden the Steel types, for example, with the Earthquake, when Meganium is still definitely good, but in my opinion, like, the Venusaur is just because of the typing a little bit better than Meganium. So yeah, that's basically, it's just still one of the best Pokemon in the league. It can deal with a lot of stuff, and we're running the Shadow version here, and I would recommend you not to run this. Shadow version in Great League is a little bit worse than the normal version, if not way worse. You kind of want the extra bulk. It's already a little bit squishy, and it doesn't really help you too much to have this Shadow version, the Shadow boost on this thing, so... Definitely would recommend you to just get a normal one for Great League at least. For Ultra League you can decide. On PV Poke it says that the Shadow version is a little bit better than the normal version of Ultra League, but like for Great League always go for the normal one. And this is like the cool thing about the CDays we're gonna have. Like, in general, the classic CDay we just have is just giving people who maybe haven't played at that time, because like the CDay for Venusaur was, I don't know how long ago. I mean, we had the Kanto 2, I think, last time where we could have got it, but like the CDay itself was like 3+ years ago, even 4 years. So a lot of people haven't played there yet, or like, yeah, in general, maybe don't have any PvP Venusaur, because this is something that I actually don't have. I don't have good PvP Venusaurs yet. Like, I don't have one for Great League. I'm definitely gonna build myself another Venusaur for Great League, and I don't even have one for Ultra League, which I'm most likely gonna use the Shadow version here, because the Shadow version I'm using right now is actually my Venusaur, which I'm gonna use for Ultra League, but I still haven't powered up fully, so I can use it here right now. So yeah, for me, the event gonna be interesting. For people who haven't played, they're gonna be interesting. So it's definitely a cool thing that Niantic brings us back. We sadly use with 1 HP in a dream. But yeah, this is gonna be it basically for the Venusaur talk here. We can go into the game. And we have a Stunfisk Mirror here. It's something that you don't really want to have. This is like kind of always awkward. I usually just go straight for the Earthquake. You can bait here. It's like literally 50-50 depending on how your opponent feels, on what your opponent does in general. He, for example, here didn't want to shield, which is good for me. I can go for the bait here because this would already put him low enough. And at this point I'm just gonna shield. Have 0 shields now anymore, but I can farm down, have a lot of energy, and he goes into the Sableye, and I think I make a big mistake here. I think that was this game. Yep, I go into my Venusaur. Thought, oh, I get to the Frenzy Plant. I think I should have won CMP tie there because he's XL, and XL loses always against Venusaur. So good game there. I'm just gonna double check this right now, but I'm pretty sure I would have won CMP there, and I don't know why I didn't, because I think I swapped after my charge move, which shouldn't take a turn then. But yeah, this is gonna lose us the game, which is really cool. I think this was more like a problem from the game itself again, but totally fine, because like his looks like it was XL. Maybe if it's like not XL Sableye, he would have won CMP most likely, but otherwise he always loses CMP against Sableye. Like Venusaur against Sableye is always a funny matchup, because you literally have like, yes, XL Sableye is definitely always lower than the normal, but if you don't have an XL Sableye, you should most of the time win CMP against a Venusaur. So it's basically depends on the IVs you have. So I guess my opponent maybe didn't have the XL version, which is then fine if you win CMP. But yeah, here we have the XL Sableye, which is just bulkier, in my opinion, better. I know a lot of people also like the normal version, but like I played the normal version prior to that. Like I got one purified at rank like 100% IVs and got to like level 41. And the difference between this XL version now and the old one is like so significant, and I cannot really play with my old one anymore. It's like so much bulkier, it's so much better. And here it's going to be a very tough game, because we have a Walrein on my opponent's part. We still have the Deoxys here, which still can take us out. But I just hope he goes for the Psycho Boost, which he does here, and he goes for 2, which basically allows us to go into our Venusaur now. And we can farm all the way down, or like in general get some energy, because we know we should win CMP against a Walrein. Because Walrein is very bulky, we can go for a foul play here, and we should be most likely able to win CMP now. And even if he farms me down, it's fine. You can sadly farm me down, but yeah, we can get to the next move. We're gonna be able to win this game. Good game there to my opponent, and yeah, into the next game, we're gonna have Obstagoon in the lead. This is a core breaker. Obstagoon and Scrafty leads are always kind of tricky. You can kind of deal with them with the Sableye Say Swap still, even though your quick moves are very much resisted. We're gonna go for the bait here. Gonna get the shield, really cool. We can shield up here as well. I just want to get him low, because if I get him low, I can go into my Venusaur and do some damage, and otherwise I still like can farm down or anything like this. Like it's totally fine. If we get him to the health range we have him right now, we lose switch here, but we gain basically some energy here with our Venusaur, which doesn't help us at all. But he seems to be a little bit weak towards my Stunfisk. We go for the bait. We're gonna be able to get the bait off there. We can shield the Earth Power potentially, even if it's like the bait move, it's totally fine, because we get to the Earthquake anyway prior to him. And we're gonna be able to finish him off, and he just surrenders there. Totally fine, and yeah, totally okay. We have Umbreon against us. Against Umbreon, the matchup is actually pretty decent in my opinion for the G-Fisk. It's actually crazy how good Galarian Stunfisk still is. Like, I think I haven't used it for like ages. Like usually I really avoid having him on my teams. Like, I think like, I don't actually know the last time I used Galarian Stunfisk. It's been ages ago. Other than Ultra League and Ultra League, sometimes I use it if I have to play the XL version of the Ultra League, because it's really good there. But I actually don't really like it too much in Great League to play. But here you see like how dominant it is. Like you can get to 3 Earthquakes before it can even KO you, which is crazy. So you get always a shield and put him low. And I take this health range, but I make a small mistake there by going into my Sableye, and he can get another move off. I was like, okay, a Sableye with energy is a safer play. But yeah, he has the, interesting enough, the Victory Bell in the back, which we hard to resist every move here from the Victory Bell. I know that was just a Leaf Blade, so I can let it go. I overfarm a little bit because his quick moves don't even do that much. Even though we have Shadow against Shadow, we can KO him easily. And my opponent goes into the Deoxys. Actually makes a good play, I think, later, which was like more on my part here, because I don't even throw the correct timing, and then I thought, okay, I'm just gonna throw immediately, like afterwards, and like, yeah, it doesn't really matter anyway, because we have 2 shields. But it's funny they caught this, even though I tried him not to catch, and I actually went for 1 over, but it's totally okay. Next up, we got Nidoqueen against us again. Nidoqueen against us, totally fine for me again. It's not the best matchup either. I guess like shielding the first one isn't always the smartest idea. Here I basically got refunded with a move. I don't know what happened there really. That was like kind of weird again. I threw the move, but he swapped out. Here now I'm just gonna overfarm a little bit so I can have some extra energy for the Nidoqueen. My opponent goes into Umbreon. Like the NiRiain can go for a lot of foul plays, which hurts here a lot. Because this matchup would actually, if he shield, be like way better if I had the normal Venusaur, because normal Venusaur survives 2 foul plays while Shadow can only survive 1, which is really not the best. And he goes into the Walrein. And we have lag. Like, we never have any lag at all in Go Battle League. That's, by the way, all a lie. And we can get to another move. Am I shield? I don't think I'm shielding. Yeah, I don't shield. I can take this move. I can get to another Rock Slide and now swap out. This puts him into 1 foul play range. He can go for another move, but it's totally fine. I think we're in a decent spot right now. We can KO the Walrein. So this threat is gone. We still have a shield left. And we have some nice lag there again. And my opponent, I think at this point surrendered or something, because yeah, now it's over. Like, I think I would have won either way, even if he didn't, like, I don't know, lag out there. I think he just force quit the app because I got to the move before him, because there was nothing he can do anyway. Like, I still had a shield and I would have got to a foul play, which already would put him low enough or KO'd him. So there was not really a problem. And yeah, we have Bastionly totally like good lead. This thing is actually always a problem. I kind of need to make a team with Trevenant, I think, as well. Again, maybe build my rank 2 one I got, because Trevenant always kind of messes with me. Trevenant is like such a strong Pokemon. It's like really such a good Pokemon right now. You just have to be careful that you don't face Dark type with it, and then you're fine. Here we're totally okay, because we can realign our Pokemon, which is all I really want. And I can see what he has in the bag already as well. We can go for the Frenzy Plant here, and at this point I was like, okay, I'm just gonna let this Venusaur go. I think we put him already into range now for the Earthquake, so we can just go on a no-shield here, we can go for the Earthquake, we can farm him down a little bit, and this should be already enough. We're gonna shield here, because I think a foul play does more than a Flamethrower from Bastion. He can still get to another foul play, which is kinda annoying. And this move gonna do already enough to KO him, and now we just have to get to another Earthquake. We're gonna be able to get there easily, because we're gonna survive this Flamethrower, and this is gonna be it for this game. Bye bye Bastion. And yeah, I mean, we had like a good lead there as well. Like, definitely something that we are supposed to win. Again, a very decent lead. And I'm actually happy that I have this in the lead, because I kinda don't really want to face this with my Sableye, and here I have to shield because he could have had like Shadow Ball and whatever, but he actually runs double nuke moves on the Jellicent, which is so good for me, because at this point I just know I can deal with you easily. I don't have to be scared by any Bubble Beam or anything in this, and like this we can go for another Sludge Bomb by to this thing, because you can get to another one. And yeah, I think at this point my opponent was like, yeah, okay, I think we can just leave this match or whatever, because I mean, there's nothing he can do. Even if he has Crafty there, like, I'm not gonna shield the first one. I know I survive a foul play. It would be my only lose con if he gets to like a foul play before. I'm just gonna shield this, because my fast move damage actually adds up already, so we're gonna be able to win this game easily. Good game there to my opponent. Oh, I remember this game. This game was like kinda scuffed for me. That was also like a weird game. Okay, first lead is totally fine. I actually get the move in, which is really cool. Usually I don't really get the move in. And I should be able to get to the next Rock Slide in time, totally fine. We can shield again. We are all shields down now. Nothing really too scary there. And now I can just go for the Rock Slide. My opponent swaps out. Okay, decent swap. He goes into Walrein. I can chip him a little bit. I can go now for the other Pokemon. I still have my Rock Slide stored. All fine against Talonflame. We can just KO this thing. Totally okay. We can go here now into our Sableye. But the problem now is we are very low. I kind of wanted him to put me a little bit lower as well, so he doesn't get too much farm with the Talonflame. And still, we are totally in control of this match. And he has Ferrothorn there. Nice catch by my opponent, but again, I can just farm up to this Rock Slide. I know that this is a mirror shot and I'm gonna survive this. So we're totally fine. So we still have our nuke against the other thing in the back. And yeah, as long as we just get out of this matchup okay-ish, we're totally fine. We just have to put him a little bit lower. And as long as we don't get a debuff, we would also destroy him with one move by the Venusaur. And actually this one debuff gonna lose me the game, because you see here, it's gonna be able to survive this, and now I have nothing anymore against the Ferrothorn. Without the debuff, this would have KO'd easily. But yeah, cool. It's just, I mean, it's fine. Like, it's how it's basically supposed to be. I mean, he threw 2 mirror shots against me. That he gets 1 debuff, the chance is pretty high there. I'm not complaining about the debuff thing there. I actually see a lot of people complain about debuffs in general. I guess those people have never played the normal Pokemon games, because it's such a common thing there and it's totally normal. Same as flinches, where your own Pokemon or the opponent's Pokemon, depending on who's affected by the flinch, cannot move at all for a turn. So, like, there are even worse things than debuffing stats by chance. Like, chance has always been a thing in Pokemon games, and it's totally fine for me that this is also a thing in Go Battle League. I don't really see the problem there, to be honest, but this is my point of view. Here my opponent actually goes for the Earthquake. Oh, we're so low already. And at this point I was like, I don't really know how we want to win this. Like, I mean, we have 2 shields, but we're so low with all the Pokemon. So I just went straight for the full farm down. And now I have 2 moves throughout. He goes into Deoxys, and 2 moves are enough to KO this Deoxys. Because Shadow, here's actually the thing where Shadow version actually helps you a lot. Otherwise, like, this wouldn't be a 2-shot. But that's gonna be it for the video. I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks all for watching. Have a great community day, and see you in the next video. Bye.